Hey, thanks for joining us tonight on Fox 36 at 10. I'm Dan Cummins. Well, we're following a pair of major stories happening right now. The situation escalating and Russia has invaded Ukraine. The latest as the death toll mounts and how President Biden is trying to send a message to Russia and its president. But first, an alert day is upon us, and the snow has been falling for a few hours, making some dangerous conditions out there. Chris Vickers and John Birchfield have been tracking the thing for days. Let's start with John now. What can we expect out of the system now?
Hey, Dan, the snow is starting to lighten up, but we still have several more hours of accumulation possible. Light snow continues across northwest Ohio into southern Michigan. Road conditions, many of you under level 1 snow emergencies this evening. We've been forecasting that wintry mix to the south, looking at Crawford County over towards upper Sandusky. Purple means sleet, and there is some wintry mix on the south side of this system. Across the Toledo metro, we are looking at light snow from Sylvania over through Perrysburg and West Toledo, seeing some lightning snow with those smaller flakes blowing around in the wind, and road conditions. Very thankful for the crews who were pre-treating those roads earlier. Looking at 475 at Corey Road. It does appear to be wet with a sheen, but overall not too snow covered. And in Sylvania, Central at Reynolds, just wet with a very light accumulation. And to keep you safe and updated on those road conditions, we've been live out in Defender, keeping an eye on roads this evening. And it does appear as if there is some light slush on the roads, with those flakes continuing to come down. But this is the type of snow that even if you're parked outside, your windshield wipers will be able to get most of it off. So there could be slick spots on the roads, and we always urge you to watch out for those bridges and overpasses in particular. Those ice over earlier, but thankfully due to the pre-treating, roads could have been a whole lot worse. Now, as we head to the overnight hours, we're not totally in the clear yet, and let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers for a look at what's on tap for the rest of the night. Chris?
Yeah, we're concerned a little bit about the freezing mix that's occurring south of Toledo, John, that you highlighted very accurately, but also the additional snow. There's going to be one more batch of snow that comes through, and I think for many areas, we're talking at least another inch, perhaps a few areas up to 2 inches of snow. In south and east of Toledo, that wintry mix is something that's going to be possible. Quick preview of that. Here comes that next batch of snow that is going to be scattered snow showers through mid-morning, and we're talking very early in the mid-morning hours. So if you set that alarm clock for about 5 a.m., you're still waking up to some snow showers that will be making their way through the area. I do anticipate that we're going to have icy conditions perhaps into tomorrow morning. We'll pinpoint that drive forecast and also talk about your weekend outlook. That'll be coming your way in just a little bit. Dan, back over to you.
So let's take a look at the snow emergencies right now across northwest Ohio. Right now, Defiance, Erie, Fulton, Hancock, Henry, Huron, Lucas, Ottawa, Wood, Wyandotte counties, all under level 1 tonight. Now, a level 1 emergency means roads may also be icy, and drivers should use caution when traveling out there. We continue to follow breaking news tonight out of Ukraine. Tonight, Russian forces are coming into Ukraine from 3 directions. Ukraine's forces fought back on multiple fronts. Ukraine's president said in a video address today that 137 people, both servicemen and civilians, have been killed and hundreds more wounded. As Ukrainian forces fought back and civilians piled into trains and cars to flee, NATO moving to strengthen its eastern flank. The U.S. and NATO allies are condemning the actions of Russian President Vladimir Putin after the invasion of Ukraine. President Biden announcing another round of sanctions and is sending more troops to Germany to bolster NATO's defenses. Chase Bachman in studio now with more. Chase?
Well, Dan, Russia's attack is prompting a unified response from Western allies. NATO Secretary General is calling it a brutal act of war that has shattered peace in Europe. President Biden met virtually with leaders of the G7 and announced more sanctions against Russia, but admitted it will take time for these measures to have an impact on Putin's decision-making. Meanwhile, Congresswoman Marcy Kaptur says the Ukrainian people have made it clear they want independence from Russia.
And it has a capable people that want to be free. They voted in the 1990s when the Soviet Union fell, thank God, that they wanted to be free. 90% of their people voted for an independent country, and now Russia wants to take it away. And they're in a fight.
And NATO is also planning to hold a summit on Friday with 30 countries involved. That's when they will map out the next steps of their response. Reporting live in studio tonight, Chase Bachman for WTOL 11 on Fox 36. Dan?
Gas prices are already rising, and experts say the invasion of Ukraine could lead to $4 a gallon by April or May.
The previous all-time record was $4.10 a gallon back in 2008. So it stands possible that indeed the national average could breach that all-time record high in May or potentially June.
Russia controls 10% of the world's oil supply. Gas Buddy says it doesn't expect prices to go down until demand for gas slows, which could be in the fall. Ohio Redistricting Commission has approved a third set of House and Senate maps. The commission approved the maps 4-3, one Republican voting against the maps with the Democrats. Because the maps were passed without any Democrats voting for them, they would only last for 4 years. Ohio Supreme Court will review those maps to see if they're in line with the Ohio Constitution's law to curb partisan gerrymandering. It's been a quiet last 2 weeks for Northwest Ohio's V Project. The grassroots organization born during the pandemic teamed up local government, media, and healthcare leaders in an effort to get people vaccinated and slow the spread. But even though the number of cases are trending in the right direction, members say it's no time to give up the fight.
Success of the project is certainly there and can be measured pretty well. However, to declare victory would be a big mistake.
Which says the organization would like to host an event downtown this spring, thanking people who have worked so hard to fight the virus the last 2 years. On the way, truckers are heading to the nation's capital, inspired by a similar Canadian protest, what they're demanding and how the Pentagon is preparing. A new home, Perrysburg Animal Hospital packing up and moving out. Where is it moving to and why it says the move is a good thing? John?
Snow is still coming down as you sleep. I'll show you what the Friday morning commute looks like coming up in my full hour-by-hour forecast.
Build your Ford from the ground up. Want it in a regular cab, super cab, or super crew? You got it. In an F-150 built your way. And now get an extra $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. All on a Ford built for you, by you. Order today.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint. Right now at Menards, get 11% off everything, including Dutch Boy paint.
Unnecessary trauma can alter every moment you envisioned. It's just one mistake that can change everything. Elk & Elk knows this, and it's why we're there for every client, every day. Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries.
You work hard to save your money. It's time to make your savings work hard for you. Check out Fremont Federal Credit Union's new 84-month share certificate. And right now you can get this amazing interest rate. That's a great return for your hard-earned savings. Plus, you get the right combination of earnings and protection that you need. Call us and speak to a member service rep or go to fremontfcu.com. Start growing your money today at Fremont Federal Credit Union.
Hungry for a delicious deal?
Get a Bob Evans family meal to go.
Bring home farm fresh with no stress. Our family meals feed 6 for as low as $4.99 per person.
Build your Ford from the ground up. Want it in a regular cab, super cab, or super crew? You got it. In an F-150 built your way. And now get an extra $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. All on a Ford built for you, by you. Order today.
Welcome back in. Snow still coming down. It has lightened up, but I'm sure you've noticed it blowing around in the wind. There was fine flakes evident here on our sky cam, showing you still several hours of snowfall likely before this system clears on out and departs. Let's check out our Max 2 system as we look at our hour-by-hour forecast, and also a look at WTOL 11 radar, checking out the current conditions and how this weather system is going to affect you. Looking at our Maumee camera, we can also look through the lens of defense Defender as we take a look at road conditions with our hour-by-hour forecast. Let's get out to that shot at Defender to give you an eye of what conditions look like as that snow continues to fall, albeit a little bit lighter than it was a couple hours ago. What you're looking at right now, that is near Monroe and Sylvania. Still some snow on those roadways, and it has lightened up just a little bit, but road conditions will remain slick and snow covered for the rest of the overnight hours and into your morning commute. Be mindful that they could be a bit slow going as you're starting off your Friday. Back to those weather graphics to check out a look at your radar and what's going on right now. To the south, a messy mix down in Wyandotte and Crawford counties. A bit of that sleet mixing in there as we forecast, and conditions could be icy in Bucyrus if you're tuning in far from the south of Toledo. Up towards the Toledo metro, it's lightened up a little bit, but on the north side of town, right across the state line towards Sylvania, still some pretty persistent bands of snow, and our cameras prove that 475 at Douglas, a sheen on the roadways with traffic inevitably going a bit slower than usual. Another road cam looking at I-280 at Navarre, still seeing a little bit of snow with those treads visible, though the pre-treating sure did wonders for those road conditions versus what it could be had the roads not been treated. Down towards the Ohio Valley, a messy, icy mix pushing from Cincinnati towards Pennsylvania. For most of you here at home, just going to be snow out of this system. There is still the chance for a bit of a wintry, sloppy mix, even pushing as far north as Seneca County and Huron County, but it's primarily going to be Wyandotte and Crawford that see that wintry mix. Heading towards the overnight hours, periodic snow showers continue. We're going to get our last little push of snow tomorrow morning. If you wake up between 5 and 6 o'clock, keep in mind there is one more final hurrah for this storm system that could leave behind a quick additional half inch or so. By the later morning hours, when you're heading into work, the snow is going to stop, but there could still be some lingering effects of this system. Those bridges, overpasses in particular, those may be slick and snow covered heading into the overnight hours. Additional snowfall is going to be on the lighter side. We're talking about an inch of snow in the Toledo metro, possibly up to 2 more inches of snow out of this system. And if you live further to the southeast, where a bit of wintry mix is impacting those snow totals, less than an inch expected further to the south. Here's the additional impacts as our alert day comes to an end. Another 1 to 2 inches expected with light snow in the northwest half of the viewing area. And those of you further southeast, things could get a little icy-dicey with that sleet and freezing drizzle. And let's look ahead to some milder weather with sunshine next week. You'll see that in my 10-day forecast. Weekend looking bright and brilliant, albeit a bit cool. Next week, temperatures in the 40s, melting away the snow that has accumulated. And Dan, just looking outside, I was out in the parking lot about half an hour ago. It is really cold and blowing around, but in some regards that actually has helped keep the snow off of cars that are parked outside tonight.
Yeah, tomorrow morning's commute for a lot of people, at least be careful out there on the roads. I want to mention that at the bottom of your screen we're running the school closings and delays for tomorrow.
And we do have some level 1 snow emergencies.
Yeah, and we're going to have, that'll be evolving as the whole night goes, especially tomorrow morning. So make sure you check really early on our app or on air to see what's going on.
Yeah, it could be worse, but don't underestimate a couple inches of snow.
Well, what's nice, tomorrow's going to be cold, and then we get into the weekend and it starts to get above freezing, and then we start to melt this stuff and we get to enjoy some spring type weather.
Snow will be gone a week from now.
That's a promise from this guy right here.
Probably less than a week.
Thanks, John. Our area isn't the only place with some rough weather. The Northeast is bracing for snow and ice to end the week. A major storm system making its way from the central U.S., icing over roads and disrupting traffic. Fox Weather's Will Nunnally has more.
More than 100 million Americans were under winter weather alerts Thursday as a massive storm moved throughout the central U.S. towards the Northeast. This system dumped another round of snow in the Midwest, while freezing rain and sleet were the biggest threat for people in North Texas, Missouri, and Arkansas. An inch or more of ice accumulated on many roads. Drivers were urged to stay home, and if they had to go out, take it slow.
Just slippery, just take your time. If you can stay in, just stay in.
The roads are nothing but solid ice, and I got a light truck, so you don't like the ice.
In Oklahoma, authorities say just yesterday the state saw about 170 crashes, many of them from people driving too fast.
25 of those were injury crashes. So the one vehicle crashes are really the problem, and that really results from drivers driving too fast for the road conditions.
The storm is continuing its trek east, where it will dump freezing rain and sleet from Philadelphia to New York overnight into Friday. As many as 6 inches of snow is possible in some areas. In New York, crews are pre-treating roads ahead of the snow and ice. Officials urge residents not to take this storm lightly.
Just because you go to bed and it looks like spring outside, when you wake up, it's going to be a very different world. It's going to feel much more like December.
And as this storm moves out, colder temperatures will still be in place for days. In Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Will Nunley, Fox Weather.
Perrysburg Animal Hospital moving to Rossford. The clinic says they've outgrown the current space on Hufford Road. The new building is almost complete and is located on Bass Pro Boulevard near the Rossford Soccer Dome. Pandemic puppies are a big reason for the success, with lots of new clients since the pandemic began, and they'll even be able to offer some new services like boarding, doggy daycare, and CT scanning.
We're really excited to be able to offer full CT scans for different diagnostic imaging that wasn't previously available near or around us. So we're really excited to be able to do that for our community.
A grand opening for their new location will be on March 7th. Cracking down, we're nearing spring break, and that means a whole lot of college students partying. How one city is looking to clamp down on people getting out of control. New nightlife. Downtown has a new hangout for those who enjoy a drink and some atmosphere. What makes the new addition to the city's bar scene so unique?
Fox 36 is Toledo's best spot to watch sport. Whether you're riding in the car, in a waiting room, or just taking your lunch break so you won't miss a second of the action. No matter where you are, you can watch the best sports with the best sports app. Download the Fox Sports app today.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
They're no different than Democrats because they're weak. J.D. Vance called Donald Trump an idiot and smeared his America First policies as immoral and absurd. Jane Timken defended a Rhino congressman after he impeached Trump. And Timken said she didn't know if she would have voted to impeach Trump herself. J.D. Vance and Jane Timken would be Washington wimps, but Mike Gibbons is Trump tough. Mike Gibbons for Senate.
I'm Mike Gibbons, and I approve this message.
Your home isn't just walls, windows, and a roof over your head. It's the address of your memories. A place of sharing, caring, celebration, and laughter. Where plans for your future are born, and where you escape, recharge, and reconnect. Your home is always looking after you, but your home needs looking after too. Trust Hanson's for windows, roofing, and siding you can count on, all with a lifetime guarantee. We're extending our President's Day celebration with up to 60% off installation for one more week. You trust your home to be your haven on the inside, so trust the outside to Hanson's, your home exterior experts with over 30 years experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Call now to get up to 60% off installation, plus no interest, no payments until 2023. Don't wait. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
The greatest drivers on the planet head to the Auto Club Speedway. NASCAR Cup Series, live from Fontana, Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox.
Hollywood is in mourning tonight after the death of Oscar-nominated MASH actress Sally Kellerman, who died today. Sally Kellerman played Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan in the 1970 film MASH. Her publicist says she died today of heart failure in L.A. Kellerman had a career of more than 60 years in film and TV. She also appeared in the 1986 comedy Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. She was 84. The jury has reached a verdict in the trial of 3 Minneapolis police officers charged with violating George Floyd's civil rights. All 3 were found guilty. They were accused of failing to provide medical aid to Floyd as another officer kneeled on his neck until Floyd died. A convoy of truckers demanding an end to coronavirus mandates are heading to Washington, D.C., and some are marking the cross-country drive from as far as California. The streets in one Southern California city filled with hundreds of supporters as dozens of convoy truckers set out yesterday. It's modeled after Canada's Freedom Convoy. The protesters are mainly demanding the end of a national COVID emergency and pandemic-related mandates.
Truck drivers around the world,
Now is your time to stand up. Now is your time to usher in a renaissance time of freedom.
The parade of 18-wheelers, pickup trucks, other vehicles aim to arrive at our nation's capital next week. In response, the Pentagon approved the deployment of 700 unarmed National Guard troops to prepare for the trucker arrival and their anticipated protests. Well, a yearly tradition hit hard by the COVID pandemic is going to go back to normal. Announced today that New York City's marathon will return to the 50,000 runner field this November. The race was canceled in 2020 and ran with a limited field last year. Organizers hope the race will bring the event back to its former standard, including bringing back on-course entertainment. Well, spring break's almost here, and Miami officials are cracking down on drinking. An alcohol ban designed to curb heavy late-night drinking in Miami Beach will be in effect for 2 weeks in March. That means the sale and consumption of alcohol after 2 a.m. will be illegal along the city's entertainment district. The current last call in Miami is 6 a.m. for alcohol sales throughout much of the city. On the scene, downtown is adding a little something to its nightlife. What the Alleyway says makes this place stand out and why they say it's a very fitting name.
President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last, plus 7 years no interest. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Appliance Center Furniture and Mattress celebrates President's Day all month long at all Appliance Center locations. Everything is on sale now with huge savings of in-stock furniture, mattresses, appliances, cabinetry, flooring, and more. We have the area's largest in-stock inventory, over $7 million of product available for immediate pickup or same-day delivery. Plus, pay no interest for up to 60 months. The #1 rated Appliance Center Furniture and Mattress celebrates President's Day sale all month long. 419-PAY-LESS or shopac.com.
No matter what's going on outside, we all want to be warm and cozy inside, especially this winter. We're USA Insulation, and we fix cold homes. When you have inferior insulation, it doesn't matter how much you crank up your furnace. Your expensive warm air still leaks out of your walls and attic. When we inject our premium foam into your walls, it's like wrapping a coat around your entire home. And just wait until you see how much money that saves you. So stop freezing and start saving.
USA Insulation.
Kenfeld Group is a top-ranked John Deere dealership with 8 locations throughout Northwest Ohio and Northeast Indiana. We are dedicated to offering the best possible parts, sales, and service for lawn and garden, agriculture, and compact construction equipment. We are looking for service technicians at all of our locations. There are also opportunities for students interested in becoming technicians through the John Deere Tech program at Owens Community College. We are looking for team members that strive to be the best, are dedicated, hardworking, and eager to learn. If this is you, come join our team.
J.D. Vance is sending a message.
The elites plunder this country and then blame us for it in the process. And when those Americans dare to complain about the conditions of their own country, if they dare to complain about the southern border or about jobs getting shipped overseas, what do they get called? They get called racist. They get called idiots. They need somebody who's willing to speak for them, who's willing to fight for them.
You really, I think, understand what's gone wrong with the country.
Protect Ohio Values is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's the extended President's Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit Firm for only $249.99. Plus 7 years no interest financing and free shipping. Hurry, the extended President's Day super sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
WTOL 11 on Fox 36 is sponsored by the Social Security Disability Lawyers at Elk & Elk.
The downtown Toledo bar scene is expanding with its newest addition, the Alleyway. It's a big space with big lights and even bigger vibes. Here's Fox 36's Emily taking us for a night out to check it out.
A new bar downtown? I'll take it. The Alleyway just opened its doors, and as you can see, it's already pretty lit. And why wouldn't it be? A big open space with a big drink selection and some really tasty food? I think it's safe to say we needed this.
What's your intent with the whole vibe here? I see a lot of huge lighting that's pretty spectacular, and it's kind of lit up like a street.
Oh yeah.
An alleyway would be.
Yep. Yep. Something a little just a bit more fast-paced as far as food goes. A little bit nicer cocktail menus for walleye games, concert nights, and stuff like that. It'd just be nicer to have a crowd come in and get out fast because they got to go to the game or concert.
Now, the same owners of Table 44 own this space.
Correct.
So they felt there was a need for downtown to have another place to have a good time at. A lot of us are used to seeing the long lines at 44 and at Chevy's. Now there's a little in-between space where people can spill over into.
Correct.
And you guys can get business here.
Oh, we've seen so many crowds. I worked at 44 for 12 years now, and it gets crazy in there on the weekends, so we will definitely have overflow over here and vice versa. The outdoor patio too, like nobody has this kind of outdoor patio that we're going to have. The garage doors open and everything like that, so it's going to be like a summery place. And then we have a private space upstairs as well.
Yeah.
For private parties. We have a bar, full bar up there when people have parties up there as well.
And can people start renting that out now?
For sure. Yep, we already have quite a few reservations.
How would you describe your menu? You've got a good selection of appetizers, salads, and paninis.
It's just a little bit more upscale than what I'm used to. This is just a different change of pace. Some nicer vodkas and some nicer gins and nicer tequilas too, honestly, than what we're used to seeing down here. Great drinks, great food, and it's just a unique space for downtown.
And I hope it's an inspiration for other business owners looking to open up more places like
The thing
this.
is, it's the more the merrier down here. It's just going to bring more people down here to downtown, and that's not a bad thing.
I'm Emily, and this is Toledo Now.
Alert day in effect. The snow has been falling for hours, so what else do we have in store? John has a look at what we can expect. That's coming up next. And sending a message, the Russians have invaded Ukraine. As the soldiers march on, how Ukraine responds, and the powerful message from Ukraine's ambassador to the UN.
Now, most admired alum.
Get up there.
This is embarrassing. There's no way it's me.
You know her. You love her.
Ruh-roh.
What are you doing here?
It's Anna Gomez, our first gagillionaire. With AT&T Fiber, Anna's got the fastest internet with hyper-gig speed.
I didn't know you went to this school. We have a lot in common.
Live like a gagillionaire with AT&T Fiber. Now with speeds up to 5 gigs. Limited availability.
At Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, we have you covered. We know life is full of adventures, daily tasks, good friends, and family activities. We also know nothing beats having the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle, your personality, and your budget. Lease the 2022 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Bighorn 4x4 for $239 per month. Let Charlie's help you find your next new vehicle during the President's Day sales event.
Charlie's Dodge, doing it different, doing it right.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Get better sleep for less during the President's Day sale only at Reddig Furniture and Mattress in Findlay. Reddig's has Northwest Ohio's largest in-stock mattress selections, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. Why wait elsewhere when at Reddig's you can bring your own truck or choose same-day delivery and we'll get you the best night's sleep today. Save time and money now during our President's Day mattress sale only at Reddig Furniture and Mattress in Findlay. Or check us out online at ReddigFurniture.com.
The PBA Tournament of Champions, Sunday at 1 Eastern.
Hey, thanks for staying with us here at 10:30 on Fox 36. We have more to get to, but first, of course, a check-in with John Birchfield. John, the alert day in full swing. what do we have in store overnight?
Hey, Dan, the snow is lightening up, but we're not in the clear just yet. The heaviest snow and mixed wintry precipitation is falling to the south and southeast of Toledo. Want to zoom in on Wyandotte and Crawford County in particular. That purple hue near Bucyrus shows you icy conditions with some sleet and even freezing drizzle mixing on in. Between Sylvania down towards Waterville and Swanton, seeing some light snow showers, those fine flakes blowing around in the wind. And of course, a picture worth 1,000 words. We've been live out in Defender giving you updates on those road conditions. We're near Monroe and Douglas on the west side of town. Still a bit of snow on those roadways. This is over by Ottawa Park. As we look at wet road conditions, there will be slick spots, especially on bridges and overpasses. But thanks to the pre-treating of those roads, really not as much snow as there could be. That sheen from the headlights evident, though. It's certainly going to be slow going through the evening and into your Friday morning. And the chance for a few school delays not out of the question. Let's get back to radar and satellite as we tour you around and look at other road conditions. Airport and Holloway, seeing those tread marks on the roadway. And one last look at I-280 at Navarre. Those major roadways generally okay, but you can still see a little bit of snow accumulation. And we're not totally done with the snow just yet. The heaviest has passed, but Chris, what's on tap for the rest of the night and how much more snow are we going to get?
I think for many areas, John, we may lop on an additional inch, some spots up to 2 inches. But you've mentioned this too, John, the ice is still a concern.
It certainly is, and it's mostly our southern counties, but it is creeping a little bit further to the north, too.
And you've been monitoring those reports very close as well, and that's what we do expect. So another 1 to 2 inches of snow, and I think many areas will be around an inch to an inch and a half going forward from this point. At south and east of Toledo, some snow, but also that wintry mix possible. So I'll take you from this moment. I'm going to zip you forward to that last batch of snow. There's that pinkish color that John is highlighting. That is our wintry mix that is south of Toledo. Could even creep up to the Toledo Metro briefly. More snow showers that will continue overnight, and one last push of snow showers. If you're an early riser toward 5 a.m., that's when you get clipped with those snow showers. We'll break this one down hour by hour, and we'll get that snow continuing through about 4 to 5 a.m., maybe continue through about 6 a.m., but it will wrap up by daybreak. I expect conditions will be improving. We'll have more in your full hour-by-hour forecast, including that all-important weekend breakdown coming your way in just a bit. Dan, back over to you.
The U.S. and its NATO allies are condemning Russian President Vladimir Putin's full-scale military invasion of Ukraine. Dramatic video shows a powerful airstrike targeting a thermal power plant in Ukraine. Russian tanks and troops are taking over city streets. Ukraine's government is reporting mounting casualties and losing ground, including the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. President Joe Biden met virtually with leaders of the G7, announcing more sanctions against Russia, but admitted it'll take time for these measures to have an impact on Putin's decision-making. Ukraine government officials are responding to the Russian invasion. They're calling on allies for help tonight. Chase Bachman in studio with more. Chase?
Well, Dan, Ukraine's military is not backing down as it mobilizes forces, and Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky is endorsing citizens to fight for their homeland. Ambassador to the U.S., Oksana Markarova, asked for military assistance and humanitarian aid during a press conference at the Ukrainian embassy in Washington. Markarova called on world leaders to stand together and act together as Russia continues its attack on the neighboring country.
There is no purgatory for war criminals. They go straight to hell, Ambassador.
Ukraine is defending our home. We will defend our home, and it's time for all free and democratic nations who value the principles and the territorial integrity and the right of any country for peace to stand together with us.
And meanwhile, Vladimir Putin warned of, quote, consequences you have never seen for countries who interfere with the invasion. Reporting live in studio tonight, Chase Bachman for WTOL 11 on Fox 36. Dan?
The attack on Ukraine is personal for U.S. Congresswoman Nowacki WUPW. She's a co-founder and co-chair of the Ukraine caucus. Congresswoman WUPW first visited Ukraine as a young woman, and she's been closely following what happens in that country for decades. WUPW says it's important for the U.S. to maintain its European alliances right now to extend that hope of liberty to other places like Ukraine. And she says that's why Vladimir Putin ordered Russia to invade.
Now we have to make sure that other people around the world can enjoy this astounding human right, the right to be independent.
The Congresswoman says she wants to make it clear the people of Ukraine do not deserve what's happening to them. And though there are no plans to deploy U.S. troops into Ukraine, the U.S. is ready to put pressure on Russia and will protect its NATO allies. Senator Rob Portman, also reacting to the Russian invasion of Ukraine, made this statement late last night, calling it a violation of the territorial integrity of a sovereign nation and unprovoked. Went on to say this is a foreign policy crisis, not just for Ukraine, but for the USA and all freedom-loving countries. It's vital that the U.S. take action to support Ukraine and NATO allies in Eastern Europe. While the war in Ukraine might be thousands of miles away, the conflict will be felt all over the world, including here at home. WTOL 11 spoke to the chair of political science at BGSU, who says Americans should prepare for several changes in our economy as Russia is hit with massive embargoes and global markets adjust to a war in Europe.
So gas prices are going to go up for a while. But relax, you know, it's a global market. Russia's not going to drink the oil. They'll sell it to somebody. The stock market doesn't like war and uncertainty, and so it's going to be low for a while and volatile because there'll be big drops, and then people will say, oh, now's the time to buy in.
The chair warns these market conditions could last for months, if not longer, due to the evolving nature of that conflict. After a massive early drop, the stock market rebounded in the aftermath of the invasion. The Dow tumbled 850 points early in the day. In the afternoon, rallied back. News that unemployment in the USA at its lowest since 1970, and the president laying out sanctions in a speech from the White House. The Dow climbed back up and actually rose to 92 points to end the day. A story that will continue to develop throughout the next several days. If any new information comes, we bring it to you both on air and online for the latest. Toledo Fire and Rescue is getting some added protection for when they go out in calls. Firefighters got 130 recently purchased ballistic vests. So combined with its current equipment, Toledo Fire says it now has enough vests to ensure all on-duty firefighters have one available.
As an elected official, was to make sure that each first responder comes home to his or her own family every night. And so we need to have all of the tools in our toolbox to be able to make sure that our families are protected and our first responders have everything that they need to go into harm's way.
They say the new vests should last about 10 years before they need to be replaced. People in Springfield Township are concerned because many drivers are not stopping for school buses. This is video someone took of a driver speeding by a bus as kids are getting on. Look at that. Officials with Springfield Township say the problem is people not paying attention and also a lack in officers to crack down.
Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to those lights. The last thing that we want to do is set people up for failure, with patrols and ticket people. That's not what we want to do, but we certainly will look to mitigate those safety concerns.
The law states drivers need to stop 10 feet in front of or behind the bus when it stops. University of Toledo officially introduced its pick to lead the athletic department.
It's my distinct pleasure to introduce our next Director of Athletics, Mr. Brian Blair.
37-year-old Brian Blair makes his way from Washington State, where he was an assistant athletic director and chief operating officer, to take over for longtime AD Mike O'Brien, who's retiring from Toledo. Blair will be the 14th AD in Toledo history and the youngest athletic director in the country. John?
We're not in the clear from the snow just yet. I'll let you know how much more accumulates and how that Friday morning commute for our alert day looks coming up.
Getting a ride is easy. Just use the Black and White Transportation app. The app will give you upfront pricing on your trip with no surge pricing for special events or holidays. Get up to 4 passengers to your destination for the cost of 1. Get a local ride from a locally owned company. Black and White Transportation.
Insurance companies fight hard. We fight harder. Hurt in a car? Call KNR.
All done. Now you each have a personal bodyguard against the flu. Cool. Okay. You'd be surprised where the flu shows up.
Hi, is
Just imagine if everybody got a flu shot.
I guess I'll try that state up north.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you, by you.
Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Now, AZ Plan lessees lease an F-150 for just $249 a month.
Do you love helping animals? Then choose an exciting career working with animals at Stotzenberger College as a veterinary technician, or take one of our shorter animal care programs. During your studies, you can gain real-world experience at a worksite with our well-established network of employers. Our college's #1 goal is to help you find a job that starts your career. Act now. Many of our programs start every 5 weeks. Go to sctoday.edu or call 888-859-8225. The college designed for you.
Are you ready for the good, the bad, and the cuddly? The Masked Singer, all-new unbelievable season premieres March 9th on Fox.
Being a victim of medical malpractice can affect every part of your world. Elk & Elk knows this, and it's why we're there for every client, every day. Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries.
$10,000, 6 months, your friends, family, license, a life. There's too much to lose if you get behind the wheel after drinking too much. A better decision is to get a ride with Black and White Transportation. Just use the app. There's nothing to lose that way. Black and White Transportation.
Shelter insurance for your auto, home, and life. We are your shield. We are your shelter.
Welcome back in. We're not totally in the clear yet, but the snow is starting to lighten up as our alert day winds down. The steadiest of the snow is falling to the south and southeast of the metro, in addition to some wintry mix, just as we forecast into Wyandotte and Crawford County, including Bucyrus. One area seeing an icy mix. That purple color shows you sleet pellets likely falling from the sky. Steady snow currently following from Upper Sandusky up towards Cary, heading back to the north into Seneca County, where it is snowing currently. What about the Toledo Metro? Well, there are some light flurries persistent from Sylvania through Perrysburg. Downtown Toledo also seeing some light snow showers, and we've got a live look from Defender at downtown Toledo. Road conditions due to that pre-treating. Just wet primarily. Still a bit of snow looking at Summit Street there in downtown Toledo right along the river. In the background, you can see the Fifth Third Bank building. Of course, we love to show you those camera shots from high atop downtown Toledo. Roads will be wet, but don't underestimate it. There could be some slick spots. And thank you very much to all the crews who made this possible by pre-treating those road conditions. Thanks for showing that Defender shot. Let's get back to radar and satellite as we tour you around where some heavier snow is falling. Towards Bellevue, up near Clyde, Tiffin, some areas that are still seeing persistent bands of snow. Toledo Metro, 475 at Talmadge. Major roadways should be A-OK, but still give yourself a few extra minutes. And into the Friday morning commute, there will be slick and icy spots. Looking at 75 at Buck Road, you can see the tread marks there on the roadway as cars drive through in that snow. Here's what's on tap for the rest of the night. Another inch of snow likely, possibly up to 2 inches. And further to the southeast, that does include Seneca County, but primarily Wyandotte and Crawford. A bit of a wintry mix that may feature sleet, ice, and also some snow as this system tapers off. Through midnight, there's that messy mix stretching from Findlay over through Norwalk, although it's primarily going to be south and southeast of the Maumee River where there is any chance for icing. By the time we wake up tomorrow morning, there'll be a quick burst of snow right around 5 to 6 o'clock a.m. Slippery and slushy conditions possible, although conditions shouldn't be too much worse than we just saw from Defender. Into your morning hours, that snow pushes off into eastern Ohio and Pennsylvania, giving way to dry weather for the remainder of the day. Additional snowfall, we're talking 1 to 2 inches. The heaviest of the snow has likely already fallen, but do keep in mind, even if you're in this area that says less than 1, there could be a glaze of ice in addition to that snow. That'll make things tricky for tomorrow. Our alert day wraps up tomorrow morning with temperatures in the 20s. There could be some refreezing, but it won't be a dramatic flash freeze. Weekend forecast brings back some sunshine in 30s. It will be a little bit breezy into the weekend, but brighter skies anticipated. Next week, we do warm up to 40 degrees, which is on par for normal weather this time of year, and eventually reaching the 50s, but that sunshine should be enough to melt away the snow, Dan.
John, at last count, we have 19 school delays in Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan. Of course, that will change between now and tomorrow morning as the superintendent get up, check road conditions. But we've kind of dodged a bullet here in this part of the region because it's not that bad.
For sure. And also worth noting, Dan, is the roads we're looking at through Defender, that's in a very urban, populated area. Those back roads, country roads, and of course parking lots may have slick spots as well. One last look there showing you the main roads will be okay, but give yourself some extra
time. Let me ask you, how's the winds out there?
It's pretty gusty, those northeasterly winds. We saw 30-mile-an-hour gusts this evening. So
okay, there you go. Then that'll affect the outlying areas, the country roads like that. So maybe
certainly feels nasty outside.
Cancellations, but at least bottom of your screen, we're showing the school delays.
Yeah, good to know.
Thank you. Jordan?
All right, guys, it's district semifinal night for high school girls basketball. We've got coverage from 7 games across our area. Coming up next in sports.
Weather can be weathered. With technology there to help you in a Ford Escape. Winter roads can be tough. Bronco Sport, tougher. And Explorer can take the bite out of chilly mornings. Ford, winter like you mean it. AZ Plan lessees order an Escape today for $199 a month with $1,639 down. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Honor the memory of your loved one with a lasting granite monument from Artistic Memorials. Choose a gorgeous piece of granite and our artist will design and engrave the perfect monument for your family. And now through the month of February, we're celebrating our 20th anniversary with a special sale. Get 20% off any stock monument or 10% off any special order. Go online at artisticmemorials.net or visit our showrooms in Perrysburg and Northwood. Get great discounts at our 20th anniversary sale, now through February.
If you're shopping for windows, Fiber Frame has an excellent selection for you right from their factory floor. See where your windows are made right here on location. Since 1959, Fiber Frame has been building, installing, and maintaining windows, and now they're bringing them to you direct. Customize your windows and feel the difference in quality, locally made products. Our Fiber Frame ensures your windows will last a lifetime. Visit our new showroom to buy the best for the same price as the rest. Fiber Frame Windows, quality windows forever.
Tired of slow, unreliable internet? With Buckeye Broadband, get all your devices up to speed. No more delays, no more buffering. Get ultra-fast 100 megabit per second internet with unlimited data for only $39.99 a month. And for a limited time, ask how you can stream your favorite channels on all your devices for free with Stream TV. Don't wait. Call, click, or stop in now.
We have a jam-packed Big Board Friday coming your way tomorrow night. We have a total of 19 games on the show. That includes high school basketball and some hockey. Should be an awesome night. We also had a great night on the girls' side tonight. Let's get this thing going. District semifinal night going across Ohio. Let's start in D1, Notre Dame and Springfield. What a game here. Fourth quarter, Notre Dame down 1, but they've been here before. Janaea Anderson drives and dishes Sydney Oriens. She scores. Eagles up 1. Just over a minute to go. Notre Dame up 3. Kendall Carruthers to the rescue. Open for 3. Knocks that down. This game would go to double overtime. And in the second extra session, Springfield finds a way. Gretchen Sigmund hits a runner here. Springfield moving on to the district final. They win at 58-48.
It's huge for our program, man, just to come in and beat a team like Notre Dame. Those girls fight hard. It was a battle all the way to the end, just, the 2 overtimes. Our kids stuck it out and played with a lot of heart and guts. And, it was just a fantastic game to be a part of.
So Springfield gets the winner of this one between Anthony Wayne and Finley. First half, this thing with all generals on both ends of the floor. Amelia Womack here from the wing. Drives, floats, gets it to drop. And then, how about some of the freshmen? Brooke Bender driving, kicking to the wing for Sophia Schneider, who hits a 3. Anthony Wayne held Finley to just 2 buckets in the full first half. They go on to win at 49-36. The other D1 bracket playing at Lake, Fremont Ross taking on the one seed taking on Northview. Good start for the Little Giants. Abby Cahill with a great cross-court pass. Shania Holmes in the corner, buries a 3 from there. Fremont Ross out to the early lead, but this one would belong to Northview. Good action here. Elena Pedro takes the handoff. Little contact, tough shot with the left hand, falls. Northview takes down the 1 seed, 57-28 the final. The other game at Lake, the city champs start taking on WUPW. The Spartans came out on fire in this one. Here, getting it done on the defensive end. Talia Garrison with a steal, takes it all the way herself for the easy bucket, start out to a big early lead. Later, Spartans keeping the defense ramped up. Come up with a big steal in the backcourt here. Get it to Sinai Douglas. She would get the floater in the paint to fall. Start wins it 40-32. Division II district semifinal from Paulding. Defending state champs Napoleon taking on Central Catholic. First quarter Irish out to a strong start. Bryn Hunt drives to the hoop. The bucket plus the foul. The senior is fired up. Napoleon would make a charge in the second quarter. They get it to Sophie Chips from the corner. Splashes down a three. Wildcats up by 10 at the break. But in the second half, here come the Irish. Hunt to Brooklyn Vaughn. The sophomore would get the bucket plus the foul. Central wins it 47-42.
Our kids, they have just the heart of a lion. We were down 10 at the half. They were out rebounding us. They were out hustling us. Last year we were down. We lost by 20 here, and it was tough. Giving my senior speech last year, and they just didn't want to feel that feeling again, and they rallied together and came through.
To the D3 district semi from Anthony Wayne High School, Elmwood taking on Eastwood. Second half of this one, Eagles trailing, but they'd make a push. In transition, Amelia Ward finds Caitlin Luthart. Open in the corner, she knocks down a three ball there, but the Royals would be too much down the stretch. Brooklyn Thrash gets the steal, takes it the other way for the score. She led the way with 16. Elmwood wins it 49-41. They advance to the district final.
You know, our goal is beginning of year, win the league. We did that, and then get back to that district finals, and then, hey, whatever happens. But that's a goal, and so far we're there, and, hey, these kids, I'm proud of them.
Elmwood gets the winner of this one, an all NWOAL matchup between Archbold and Wauseon. Indians out to an early lead. Blue Streaks trying to stay in it. Leah McQuaid, strong drive to the basket. She gets the lay-in to go off the glass for two, but Wauseon was too much tonight. Haley Meyer gets it down low, kicks it outside to Marissa Seiler. She would knock it down from behind the arc. Wauseon advances. They roll past Archbold tonight, 70-47. And finally, the University of Toledo introduced their new athletic director, Brian Blair, today at Savage Arena. You can watch my full interview with him on our WTOL YouTube channel. And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
Mike's Pizza and More has done it again. Mike's makes it meatier with a meatball sub and a bucket of meatballs. Delicious meatball for the meatball lover in your life. Order Mike's Pizza and More now.
Fentanyl on the tip of this pencil is enough to kill. Because of Joe Biden, fentanyl, cartels, human traffickers pour across our border. The rule of law has broken down. Our national sovereignty is at risk. As a prosecutor and a legislator, I crack down on drug dealers and traffickers here in Ohio. In the U.S. Senate, I'll fight for more border patrol and to finish the wall. I'm Matt Dolan, and I approve this message because without a border, we have no country.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
How do they fit?
I don't know, Dad. I'm not comfortable trying on pants.
Oh, come on. I bet they look sharp.
You don't know who else has tried them on.
Let me take a look.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
Oh, that's a handsome pair of jeans right there.
Are you hungry? Of course you are. Want pizza? Yeah, you do. And there's no better place to go for hot, fresh pizza than Mike's Pizza and More. Mike's has everything you need to provide the family dinner tonight. Should you call Mike's Pizza and More right now? Yeah, you should.
WTOL 11 weather on Fox 36, sponsored by your local Ford stores.
The news continues next on WTOL at 11. Here is Jeff Smith.
Yeah, coming up in just a few minutes, we are digging into sexual misconduct in Ohio's prisons, specifically Rule 14 violations at Toledo Correctional. That is when an incarcerated person sexually assaults or harasses a corrections officer. And right now, several steps are being taken to stop a trend that has jumped nearly 40% in the last 3 years.
If you want us to have faith in the system, we have to believe in the people that are protecting us. And our best protection are the laws that are passed that hold people accountable.
11 investigates, tracks down a legal fix from state officials and the name connected to the law that might surprise you. Find out how part of the Reagan-Tokes Act has a bit of controversy surrounding it. That's tonight at 11 in just minutes over on WTOL. Dan?
Thanks, Jeff. With Cedar Point's opening day quickly approaching, park officials revealed some changes guests can expect. This season, Cedar Point's exclusively cashless for all transactions within the park. The park will be opening a new restaurant called the Farmhouse Kitchen and Grill on the heart of Frontier Town. Cedar Point will open for the season and May 7th. Looking for a summer job? City of Toledo is looking for lifeguards. You can apply to join the fun right now. You can find what they're looking for here on your screen. A person must be at least 15, average to above average swimmer, and pass the lifeguard course. The information on our website, toledo.gov, if you want to know more information. I want to take a look one last time at the snow emergencies across northwest Ohio. Right now, all our area except for Paulding and Williams under a level 1. A level 1 emergency means roads may also be icy and drivers should use caution when traveling.
Yeah, Dan, even though the major roadways are generally just wet, we do want to keep in mind those back roads, if you live in an apartment complex, parking lots, and of course those country roads with the blowing and drifting snow. Not going to be pretty out there tonight to Friday morning, and our alert day does continue for that Friday morning commute. Dan, you were pointing out the delays we've already seen come into the newsroom. Again, that alert day continues for tomorrow morning. We'll likely see another 1 to 2 inches of fresh accumulation tonight with a bit of that wintry mix possible well to the south. Primarily Wyandotte and Crawford counties going to get in on that wintry mix action. Weekend forecast mid-30s. It'll be sunny but a bit breezy and cool feeling. We reach the 40s by Tuesday with warmer weather in sight. And I made you promise, Dan, that snow is going to be melted a week from today. You can hold me to that.
Maybe it's the last Thursday snowstorm we've had this year.
We'll see.
Thanks for watching tonight. More news on 11 at 11.